Hi, this is Rick Starley from Game Day Coaching. Now that we've talked about really defining what value means as an equation for your buyers, and so you can improve the effectiveness of your offerings, then we talked about psychographic profiles, and if you're dealing with a principle-oriented target market or a status-oriented target market. Well, now let's get back to demographics, and of course, then we can assign the additional psychographic profile to your target market and look at who really is your buyer. This particular resource sheet will give you instructions on how to build your buyer and looking at where you can do your research. We'll all walk through it here quickly. Your secondary research will be done on your computer, obviously. Then there's the primary research, which is done usually on site, physical inspections or focus groups and that sort of thing. But number one, if you have previous sales in your neighborhoods, break down each buyer's situation and calculate that. Meaning, where did they work? What were their age ranges? Did they have children? What sort of cars were they driving? Anything that was important about their particular situation. Number two, if this is a brand new project, maybe it's potentially a spec. Determine how much income will be necessary to purchase your most expensive home. Number three, identify employers in your local market within commuting distance. Now, use a map and measure out commuting distance for your project. 30 miles is the absolute maximum, but it's usually closer to, somewhere between 22, 23. Sometimes it could be as low as 10 to 15 depending on how small your market area is. I like to go to the uschamber.com to find local chamber information, again to look at some of the larger employers. Number four, go to the Census Bureau, click on quick facts for your particular area in the state for demographic information, commute times, household makeups, income, that sort of thing. Add about 3% per year from the date of income. Of course, this is from 2008. Probably you don't have to. And the new 2010 information should be out fairly quick. So we're going to look at then determining the psychographic profiles by doing primary research in your market area. I like to drive around the community, look for what the current housing stock looks like. What are people driving? What are retail businesses are available? Review the income information from the Census Bureau. Look for matches. Meet the market and don't try to create it. How about schools? If you're targeting buyers that have children in school, contact the district. Look at current test scores. How do they compare to other local school districts? What's the state of the buildings? Has the community reinvested into their schools through bond referendums and that sort of thing? Now, the MLS is another important area for secondary research. I like to use the search criteria of looking at homes of 5 years old or newer. Try to stay within a $25,000 to $50,000 price spread when I'm looking up information. And then we'll look at how to determine your rate of sales and your inventory levels. And we're looking again more for balanced markets, because at balanced markets, a new home is going to have somewhere between a 10 to 15% higher premium than that of a used home. We want to avoid the markets or change product if the inventories are over 8.5 months. And sometimes you may have to go up 10, 12, 13 months. It all depends. But once you get over 12 months, you really got to watch it. And then once you have your primary and secondary research down, use your inventory analysis worksheet to rate what's important for your buyer and how your product works. If your analysis does not give a balanced value between price perception and quality perception, you make adjustments using your product using the 4Ps until your value equals 1 or very close to it. Here's the sheet on actually building your buyer profile. You can put your builder name right in here. If there's a salesperson attached to it, put it here. The neighborhood name, that's fine. Then you're going to see there's drop down menus here for the age range, your demographics. Family status, are they single, unmarried, living together, married, divorced? Do they have kids? If yes, pick it. Are they living at home? Yes or no? Do they currently own or rent? What type of work do they do? I've got a drop down sheet here where you can pick a lot of different services. How about the husband? How about the wife? Are they relocating? Yes or no? How many miles are they driving or commuting to work? You found that out through the Census Bureau. How about their income range? Drop down menu here. Again, how much do they need to make in order to afford your most expensive offering? What city did they move from? What are they looking at for entertainment and information? Pick one from the drop down menu. Well, how about primary interests and hobbies? Why would they pick your location and homes? What are their hot buttons? And then finally, what are their personality types both for him and for her?